Hi and welcome to another reading with me, Leenna. So today we're looking at your next home. What can I tell you about your next home? We've got three options for you. We've got the Rhodonite, we've got the Bornite, and then we've also got the Amethyst. So choose your option and we're gonna go straight into it with the Rhodonite. If I can get this without it rolling off, and let's see what I can tell you about your next home. We're also going to be using the Vice Versa Tarot as well, and let's see about your next home. So we've got Detour, the Nine of Air, we've got the Five of Swords, the Tower reversed, we've got the House, and we've got Achievement. So your next home is going to be some place that is kind of it could be in a little town or in a little suburb that is usually very quiet and very peaceful. It could be quite at the edge of a city or at the edge of a region even, where you get a very sudden change in vegetation and things like that. And it could be that due to roadworks or due to something else, it starts to change quite soon after you move in. I don't think it will completely lose that sense of tranquility, but it could be that, you know, if there's a new road or if it becomes popular as an alternative route into the cities, or for new suburbs that are being built, that it's going to get quite a lot noisier and it's going to get quite a lot more traffic and motorbikes and things like that kind of through the night or until quite late at night. So your new home is going to be very traditional. It could be on 2 levels. It could be, for some of you, it could be quite an old house that's been renovated, or it could even be that some of you return or to your home house, I mean your childhood home, and renovate it. Or for others of you, you could buy a house that you've always dreamt of, or rent in a house that you've always dreamt of living in. It has a very large attic space, and I think you will kind of renovate it to out of something that looks like I want to say an IKEA catalog. So it will be a very minimalist kind of space, and I think it will be one of your favorite areas, and you could either use it as a reading room or a library, or you could even use it, if it's, I don't think it's going to be your bedroom, but you could even use it as a studio because it's got very good lighting. And in fact, it could have, like one whole slant of skylight, quite a large skylight, and the floors look like they're wooden. But it also seems like there's a lot of work that you need to do on the house, that it's not quite a fixer-upper, but there's a lot of things that you're changing to modernize it and to fit your lifestyle better. And I think it's something that you do gradually. You're not going to have a lot of shocks in this house. The plumbing is good, the electricity is good. You might have some problems with the internet, but I think that's something you can work through, and it's some place that you get a kind of like the best of both worlds, and I think that's what you love about it. And let's see what else we can get from here. So it is a place that was very important to you from your childhood, or the house style, the home style is very much what you wanted when you were younger. The night stars and insects and sounds are going to be very important to you. Excuse me, for some of you, it could be at the edge of a swamp or a wetlands. And it's not, it's a grassy one. It's not like a foresty one. It's more of a grassy one. I think in Scotland it would be called a burn or a moss. You know, it's not full of like dangerous animals and things, but it's probably got some really bad, what are they called? Almost like quicksand. So, but it's not sand, it's peaty, and you kind of sink. So if you step in certain places, it's like a bog. So yeah, you can do a lot of stargazing as well. And I think the sand there is grayish. It's not red or brown, but it's rather grayish. I don't know if you can see in the card the color of the ground he's standing on. And it could be near a mine that you know, an iron or a coal mine, but probably one that's a metal mine. And it feels more like iron and platinum, not gold. Iron, platinum, and manganese, probably. I'm just trying to see what else there might be in this house. It could also be that the garden is very special to you. I don't think it's very big, but there is a garden you can access, or that is yours entirely. And you can do a lot of, if you are Wiccan, or if you are, if you follow another belief system that needs you to be outdoors at certain times of the year and to have outdoor altars and things like that, you can definitely do those kind of rituals and that kind of meditation out in your garden at this point, and it will be a very happy place for you, or much more contented place for you, and you can do a lot of work at night as well. So it could be that you're not quite isolated, but you're further away from distractions that you would get if you were in the city. And this is why you have the sense of well-being where you are and things like that. The only thing is, you know, it's getting noisier, and there could be some pollution from mines, and that kind of makes you sad at times, but it's also something that you feel that helps you achieve some kind of life purpose that you're currently in. So it could be that because you're living there, you become an environmental spokesperson or something like that. Or it could be that you because you have all this time to think and things like that, that you find a better way to prevent pollution caused by those kind of heavy industries. So very nice one if you chose the Rhodonite about your next home. So let's go on to the Bornite, and let's see what I can tell you about your next home. And you've got the car, release, the sun, the Captain of Wands reversed, the fox, and status. So your next home is it's going to be something that is not in the city. You'll have to drive in and out of your hometown, or it's going to be someplace out in the countryside. In fact, it's quite likely to be the countryside, in our kind of rural area, or someplace where it could be farmland, but it could also be just a rural area. It could be quite an expensive place to live in, or it could be a much sought after area or town that you're living in. Well, not so much town. It's like an area is really, you know, if you tell people where you live, then they go, wow. So this place it looks very different at night compared to day, and I think it can be a little bit spooky at night if you're inclined to be spooked by certain occurrences. Some of you might be living in some place that is known for alien encounters or other kind of supernatural or paranormal occurrences, and to a lot of people it can be a little bit freaky, but it's I don't think this is going to bother you. I think it's going to intrigue you at times, but for the most part, I don't think it will stop you being happy and healthy where you are. And it's kind of a place that it's you feel very spiritually attached to where you are as well, and it transforms you. It gives to you in a way that is quite special. And there are places in the world like this. I call it location loves. And if you want to know more about it, then check out my Patreon. But this place, your new home, is, you know, during the day it could be pretty hot. People would wear their sunglasses a lot. Even if it's not hot, it could just be very bright light, and the way things look, like I said, could be very different during the evening. Hi, sorry about that. So this place is a little bit off the beaten track in some ways, is known for some kind of paranormal incidences. They don't really bug you. It's almost got like a fairy tale aspects at times. There could be a lot of trees and flowers and meadows around you as well. And like I said, the estate that you're living on, or you know, the community that you're living in, seems to have quite a high status, and that's you often have to travel either by car or bus, most likely car, and it's a drive that you enjoy as well. So as I was saying before, during the day it's very bright and it looks very different at night, but it's not scary. It's more like very much transformed at night, and perhaps there's certain aspects of it that are almost surreal or almost magical that only you can see because you get to see it late at night. It could also have the name of an angel associated with it, so it could be a saint or something in the name of the place that you're going to be living in. So it's going to be further away from industry than you would have thought, but it could have some old ironworks or foundries or even old steam engines or something like that in the region, but I feel they've been abandoned and they'll be overgrown. So your actual home, I think, is part of, you might have a cottage or something similar in a complex, well, not really a complex, but an estate or a ranch or a small holding, and you would have to drive down a long drive or a dirt road. That's the only access road, and I feel that you'd be spending a lot of time in your car, but it's a drive that you enjoy because it's calming, and it's you like the distinction between traveling for work and then, you know, getting home and knowing that you're home in some place really, really special. You're going to have very high quality finishes, even though it might be just a little cottage next to a farmhouse. There'll be very high quality finishes. There may be some antiques around as well, and if they are, they're kind of like ignored. You know, they're just part of the woodwork around there. And yeah, it's going to be a very slow, very different kind of lifestyle. Sorry, to what you usually are or what you've experienced before, and I think you really enjoy it. So we've got the Nine of Wands on the flip side, we've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the Queen of Swords. So all these swords. So you're going to have very blue skies. There could be some water close by that has a very distinctive shade of blue. There could even be lakes that might be hidden, or you might have access to an underground lake via a cave or some other kind of geological formation around you. Your bedroom is going to face east, or your cottage is going to face east, so you can greet the morning each day. And you could have, your cottage or your home could be built of stone. If so, it could be quite old stone, and it could be, again, a lot of wood in the area, hills. It could be known for its minerals. It could be near a mineral spa as well, or the water could have a lot of minerals in it, especially with something starting with A. Hopefully it's not arsenic, but it could be something like amethyst or something like azurite in the region. And there could be a lot of early morning mist or early morning fog. I don't think it's smog. I think the air is very, very clear. And whenever you see flames, whenever you see planes fly over, they leave a very distinctive vapor trail. So it's very clear, very pure air. It could be quite high up as well. It could be that you live in the foothills of mountains, and you drive down to the city or the town, and you drive up to the foothills, but I don't think you're actually in the mountains. You're more in the kind of in between kind of land. Yeah, so that's what I can tell you about your home. I'm not really picking up. I think the kitchen will be most important to you, and it will be very well equipped, and you probably will spend a lot of time in the kitchen. If you may not have a studio or a study, and you probably will use like the kitchen table or someplace that is very like next to the kitchen window to do a lot of your work, or that you spend most of your time. And it has very nice light in it as well. So that was if you chose the Bornite. So let's go on to the Amethyst. If you chose the Amethyst, let's look at your home, your next home. What can I tell you about your next home? So we've got party, we've got life experience reversed, or the Tower reversed. We've got death. Okay. We've got the Three of Airships. And we've got the Fish, as well as domination. So I feel your next home may not be one that you are very comfortable in, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but let's see where this is going. And it could be that you live in a commune, or you live with a group of others. It could be students. It could be other kind of communal housing, or it could even be dormitories. And it's you kind of like the parties at first, but then it gets to you, and you just want someplace quiet. It is a place that allows you to save money. It could be near the sea. For some reason, I'm thinking it's almost like a hostel, or it has that kind of vibe. So for some of you, it could be that you are actually traveling, and this is your next stop, where you're going to spend at least 3 months. It feels like it's near a body of water, most likely a lake or the ocean, but if it does, it's got trout fishing. I'm seeing, what is that loch called? I think it's Loch Catherine in Scotland, in the Trossachs. I can't speak. Outside Stirling, and quite near to Glasgow, that kind of feel. So like a large lake or loch, or a fjord even. where there's a lot of trout. It's a very muggy place. Even though it may be cold, there's a lot of humidity in the air, and for some reason it kind of makes you feel uncomfortable and a bit itchy. Also, because it's like communal, you feel that things aren't really cleaned. People may not respect your possessions or your food, and I think, you know, that this next place that you're living in is going to be interim and quite temporary, and you might only stay there for 3 months. I think what you like about it is that you might get board and lodging. So if you are working someplace that does wedding caterings or something out in the country, or if you're working at a hostel, or if you're working in some other kind of similar industry, that you like that you got board and lodging, and that you can save up whatever you're earning, or most of what you're earning, hopefully. And it's just also very strict. This so reminds me of some places in Scotland, because I think on Sundays you're not going to be able to do anything, or, you know, the whatever calls to prayer come in that area. It could be church bells, it could be the Imran calling from I think it's the Imran calling from the mosque, it could be I don't know, chariots going down the road like they do have in India. It always doesn't allow you to sleep in late when you need to or when you'd like to. So it feels like this is a place that you are staying in for your job, so that you can save up for your next leg of travel or move into a better place. Or even I feel that this lot, you guys are travelers, and you really are not, it's a place that you're enduring. It's, you know, you might even have to share a bedroom in a dormitory, and if you do have your own bedroom, your room to yourself, it's always noisy around it, and it's always kind of muggy, and you never really feel rested or content here. But you do like the scenery. You don't get to see it that much often, but you love the scenery, and you do like a lot of the people that you meet, and then others you really can't stand. So it's got a lot of hostel vibes, as in hostel, as in the place that you stay in, and you know, and kind of explore a place or pass through for the night. Others of you, if it's not by the no, it is by water. I think wherever this is, it's definitely going to have water nearby. But for some of you, like I said, it could be a resort, or it could be a venue where you are part of the staff, and you don't really feel settled in this place. It's a home only for a specific time. Yeah, so that is what I have for you. Very interesting one if you chose the Amethyst. And I hope you're able to find a place that's better suited to you if you got this option, and that you're able to save and enjoy your travels as well as you carry on. So you take care, have fun, enjoy your travels, enjoy your new homes, keep those vibes high, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.